Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome and hello. My name is Zekhethelo and I'm an interior designer. If you are a loyal subscriber, nice to see you again, and I hope you guys are all doing so well during this pandemic. Today's video is going to be a design review, so let's get to it. So as you can see from the title, I'm going to be reviewing Drake's house today. And I just thought, let's be a little bit extra because his house, let's be honest, is quite extra. So let's get into this video. So Drake's beautiful home was issued in the May issue of the Architectural Digest. And this review, honestly, is just not to be shady. It's just to give my own opinion because I had a lot of people who had asked for it, so I'm giving you what you guys want. Let's firstly actually start with what some of the comments on Twitter were. So the first tweet that I'm going to read, it's from Paula Bell. Her tweet was, "Every room looks like a stripper's acrylic nail." Another one is, "This is timeless. It'll be ugly whenever you look at it." Someone else tweeted, "Bathroom is fly, but I'm guessing when you spend all your time in luxury hotels, then that's what you want your home to look like." Okay, so that one wasn't too shady. On Twitter, there were quite a few people who were for it, and everyone said that it is his money, so not use it the way you want to use it. And let's be honest, taste is so subjective. So if that's what he loves, that's what he loves. So my initial views on Drake's home were, projectile vomit. Just felt like they threw in a bunch of different styles into one home and called it a day. Nothing related to each other, and it was just a bit of a crazy mess, and that's why I call it projectile vomit. It's just like throwing anything and everything into one mixing pot and boom, you have your product. With that being said, I definitely noted there were quite a few gems. The house is impeccably detailed. There is so many details when you look left and right. You can go crazy looking at his home. And I just appreciate the unapologetic side that Drake has, or that his designer has showed. So I gave it a couple of days to marinate, and I looked deeply into Drake's home just so that I could get a better understanding on maybe the style they were trying to go for, or styles they were trying to go for. And I know a lot of people do talk about interior design style or architectural styles. For me personally, I'm not one to want to label any of the designs that I do in a particular style. I just don't like the idea of feeling boxed and caged in and having to do exactly what that style dictates, if that makes sense. Obviously, I see the need for design styles, and it's so much easier when a client is like, okay, I want a farmhouse style interior. Then you already know that all your doors are going to be shaker doors. You know what type of kitchen and marble you're going to use. So I took a dive and I found an article on Decor Aid, and there was a very specific design style that grabbed my attention, and I thought it fit well with Drake's home. And the style is called transitional style. So what I found from this article was that transitional design is essentially a mix masala of designs, and you can clearly see that in Drake's home. I love how at the end of this article they say that the best of traditional style interior design boasts balance in the unexpected mix while lending a home warmth and a relaxed feel. Okay, that is one thing I'll definitely say about Drake's home, is that I did not feel relaxed at all. So after finding this transitional design style, I actually realized that is a lot like me, because it defies what the norm is. It's basically like, I feel like it's a rebellion of the design styles. You can do whatever you want, mix anything and everything, but as long as you achieve that goal of comfort and relaxation and really chime in on the aesthetic. So that was actually quite an interesting find for me personally, because that's basically how I would say my design aesthetic is lending towards, like just this projectile vomiting of stuff and design, and just throwing everything that I want into one space, but achieving a balance is what's so important. Okay, because I'm rambling, let us head into a little bit of an analysis of Drake's home. I'm gonna go through room by room. So room 1 is the lobby. And okay, looking at this room, I'm actually a big fan. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate it. I love the Nero McQueen marble on the floor. And also, I don't know if you guys realized, I love those statues in the corner. Those were actually designed, I think, by the designer. Love those. And then I also love mirror ceiling. Hello, who doesn't like to look at themselves? I think that's such a great detail and accent. I just love how it reflects the floor. Also enjoyed the metal work around all those mirrors. So it just added quite a nice, delectable layer and quite a great level of detail. I think it is beveled. It is hard to see in this image. And it looks like it's taken the shape of the roof, which is great, as opposed to just a flat mirror, which just enhances the room even more. Okay, now I must say, I'm not loving the chandelier. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. You guys can tell me if you love the chandeliers. That's the one thing about all the lighting in this house. I must admit, I did not enjoy any of it. Oh, and Nero McQueen cladded archways pull through. Love that detail. I'm loving all the black accents, which are contrasting with that white marble. I think that's just a classic kind of look. Very Christiana. Very Christian. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one I was conflicted. Okay, so I love wall paneling, and I'm so glad that he kept the wall paneling white and crisp and like non-fuss, because there's a lot going on in his lounge. I mean, from Drake sitting there, I'm joking. There's just a lot. So let me just start with the floor. I'm enjoying that he kept the same language from the entrance lobby into the lounge. The one thing I'll say I really don't enjoy, it's that timber paneling at the back. I don't understand where it's coming into this like fresh white and black space, and then all of a sudden you get this like deep brown, and it's quite jarring, to be honest. I love metalwork, so I'm enjoying I don't know if this is brass, I'm assuming it's brass. I'm enjoying the brass work. However, it just gives me, I don't know, it gives me like an industrial feel. Like I feel like I could be at a train station. For some reason, I'm getting that like a visual that I'm about to hop onto a train. I don't know if you guys get the same feeling. Like it's quite industrial. I will say, I don't know what this is. If we're looking at the back of the lounge, it looks like a bar. It is very dark, but I'm loving the depth. Love. The only thing though, it's just like, it seems like a black hole. And I'm like, if it's a bar, surely you'd want to celebrate it. Surely you want it to be quite out there and everyone can see. But I do love that the marble is consistent. Yes. It's just those lights. Honestly, it's just those lights. Drake's bedroom. I think I just want to skip over that. If I'm being really honest, there's nothing I really enjoyed in here. I think what's really putting me off are the tones. I'm really not a fan of brown. No, that brown was really in, and I think it's still in interior design, and actually even in fashion. And I've actually bought quite a few, like I've bought a brown leather skirt, I bought a brown set of leather pants. But this kind of tonal brown is just, it's neither here nor there. It's just like, why go for that color? So I'm gonna show you the kind of browns or the tones that I enjoy, like just something a little bit warmer that has a bit of richness and depth to it. The choice of duvet cover, oh my word, I actually don't, like I don't understand the bird references. Does Drake love birds? What are we referencing? Is it just another layer? Okay, so it turns out that the duvet cover was made by Alexander McQueen. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to love it, hey? We're going to have to love it. Okay, there are two things that I like about this bedroom. So I'm loving the rug. Love the black and white, and again, it's referencing what's happening downstairs. Loving the ceiling. Love. It's very classical and quite ornate, and it references that wall cladding that we saw in the lounge. So at least there's a little bit of consistency. It's just the tones in this room that, again, I said I'm not enjoying. There we go again with that brown timber. I wish I knew what timber this is. I will say I loved that he pushed his bed away from the wall. It's always so nice to have your bed like free and floating off the wall. I just don't like the headboard. Again, lighting for me, don't enjoy those lights, in those 4 lights at the back. I just don't understand them. Maybe there's a desk behind there and that's why they're there. But I love that you actually can't see other light fittings. Those are the only ones that are visible, and the ones in the booth that he has, those down lights, love the LEDs. I'm a sucker for LEDs, and you will see that in most of my projects. I'm like obsessed with LEDs. I think they're the best way to create an ambient lighting feel without having too many holes in your ceiling or too many fittings. Oh my word, I just saw now in the article that Drake's headboard, on the reverse side, he has a whiskey and champagne bar. I would never leave. I mean, what? A whiskey and champagne bar? Like, you're just partying all the time. When do you sleep? When do you have a moment to just be a normal human being? I mean, this is just fabulous. I love it. The pool, the pool, the pool. Well. Okay, at first I was just like, I don't understand where I am. I'm in the club, and I still feel like I'm in the club. I mean, imagine coming home from the club and going back into what a club would look like. You know, this looks like a club space. You either hate it or love it. Like, let's be real. You either hate it or love it. And I think after a month of digesting this information, I'm actually loving it. I'm actually loving it. But would I want it in my house every single day? No. But like, if it were my holiday home and I was hosting a lot of people and knew it was just going to be a turn up every single time, then yes, of course. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. I mean, I'm loving the lights. So on the article, it actually says that these lights are interchangeable, so you can adjust them to whatever atmosphere you feel like. I think that's great. I mean, yeah, it's just great, actually. I'm definitely going to use this in a project. The second lounge, I actually quite liked the second lounge, and I'll tell you why. So it's giving me like quite a retro, very like 20s feel. I'm loving the burnt oranges, and it feels like it's the warmest part of this house. So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm loving it so much. And I love like those warm, rich colors. So the burnt orange for me is actually doing something great. I don't know if I'm loving the... No, I actually am. No, I like the depth that it's giving the space. So the back panel, the backlit panel. So I'm actually really loving all the figurines. You can see the Hulk there. I don't really know what these things are, but I just love that it gives it like a bit of a personal touch. I'm in 2 minds about the ceiling starlights. That's the only thing I would say. Some days I love it, some days I hate it. It's the luck of the draw, let's be honest. Only thing I'll say though, just like again, it has no relation to the rest of the house, but maybe that's not a bad thing. As long as this room is in a closed setting, that's perfectly fine with me. I love it. Yes. I should say with this living room, I actually, when I saw it, after a while, I was like, it reminds me of that character in Scooby-Doo, Velma, like the orange, that burnt orange, like head to toe, the brown tones. I don't know, like, let me know if you guys also get like a Velma feel from this room. Like, it's also like fitting with that time of Scooby-Doo. The bathroom. Bathrooms for me are second to the most important spaces in a house to the kitchen. I think 1 for me is definitely the kitchen, and then 2, you have to have a beautiful bathroom. I'm sorry. Marble, what? Marble where? There is so much marble, it's actually obscene. I don't know if you guys have even noticed that there's marble on the ceiling. He put marble on the ceiling. Like, that is just amazing and beautiful, and everything. The floors, again, he's keeping it consistent with the entrance foyer, keeping it consistent with the living room, the black Nira marble and a different white marble this time. I love the marble bathtub. I love that it's faceted, so it's not just a rounded marble bath edge. It's got quite a bit of dimension to it, and it's quite an interesting piece of like art, I would say. I'm loving that around the bath that he's kept The cladding there, just the near McQueen and quite simple. This curtain, I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know what's on the other side, but like while you bathing and everything, there's water splashing, and now there's this curtain that could get wet. So I don't know. I mean, I enjoy the curtain though, because let me be real, there are a lot of sharp corners here. I'm enjoying the softness that this curtain is bringing. I love how it's draping. I just don't understand why it's there. It's quite interesting. Like, is he gonna be like, whoop,
and
you know, giving a whole show, and he comes out and it's quite dramatic? That's quite cool. I mean, okay, maybe I'm converted again. I'm loving something again. Who knows? I mean, oh, this bathroom and you know, I could fit into this bathroom for sure. Wow. Okay, Drake. If we look at the vanity side, it's a lot to stomach on a first look and glance. Okay, so I don't know if I'm a fan of mirrored joinery, to be honest. So you know those mirrored bedside tables that a lot of people love, that have like a beveled detail to them. I don't know if I'm a fan of those. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think so. For me, I'm just like, first of all, geez, the cleaning lady, like fingerprints galore. I mean, okay, I'm constantly always, when I'm designing, always thinking about cleaning. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna clean that? Is it practical? Imagine doing your makeup and you, oh my word, and just fingerprints all over the place. It's not friendly or conducive to a clean bathroom. I do enjoy that the basins are integrated. Love an integrated basin. I don't really know if I'm enjoying the gold here, to be honest. There's a lot going on, but I enjoy that it's consistent. There was gold in the other spaces. He's brought gold into the bathroom. The mirrors, I think I like them. No, I don't like them. That metal work, I don't know. The metal work kind of just throws it off for me. I know in the article it does say that the designer was bringing in quite a few Art Deco accents into the space. But I don't know. It's, again, the cleaning aspect for me. How are you going to get in between all the little spaces? Okay, well, obviously, these guys are wealthy. They don't care about cleaning. I mean, I'm the only one who's caring about cleaning here, but okay, fine, whatever. It's Drake. He's definitely not going to pick up a broom or anything. I'm kind of obsessed with the chair. It is dramatic. And I think in this space, it goes with what they were trying to go for. It is a lot. I'm loving it. The lights for me, again, even the wall lights, I'm not a big fan. Maybe I need to see them in a different angle, but I definitely don't really like the ceiling lights. But other than that, I could bathe here. I could definitely bathe here, but like I'd be very scared. Okay, for me, quite a successful space in this house is the hallway. I thought the hallway was very like nice and neutral and calming, and there wasn't too much, you know, it wasn't too fussy. Nothing was screaming too loudly. It was very neutral. I loved that the wall paneling is again consistent. It's white. It just falls back into the background, and just the panels add that little bit of detailing. And then again, the consistency with the floor, although I don't really like the circles. You know, maybe they're just trying to show off that they can make circles in their marble. But everything else I am loving, and I'm here for it. Not the lights, honey, not the lights. I forgot to look up. Not the lights. But yeah, consistent, which is great. Okay, this room, I kind of love. It reminds me of this movie, The Get Down. I think it's set in the 60s or the 80s. It reminds me of like grooving. You have your afro puff hair. Just reminds me of a good time. And I quite like that it's giving me this old school look, especially if you look at the textile of this huge ottoman, which I love. Giving me quite that old school, like patchworky kind of fabric, which I think is cool. It's fitting for this kind of style, which also goes back to the orange room. And the little sayings in the back, we've got a face only a mother could love. Let the state disintegrate. LSD, okay. Okay. We all know what's going to be happening in that studio. The kitchen. Like I said, kitchens for me are like number one when it comes to designing a space. Like that needs a lot of detail, a lot of thought. I feel like I'm in a different house altogether. This is so soft and so neutral. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna say I love it. I'm not really sold on the proportions of the island. I really love that marble though. I think we've used this marble at the firm before. I think we have. It looks very familiar. This kitchen for me is a bit confused. The ceiling detailing is different. I mean, it's just less ornate as the others. It's not as classical. The flooring, I'm very confused. Where's the Nero McQueen? Like, why are we not referencing the rest of the space? And then when I look at the kitchen doors themselves, the paneling, we have shaker door panels. I mean, that's very farmhousey. So again, I'm a little bit confused. We were very like classical and quite ornate and lots of brass and Nero McQueen and the white marble, lots of contrast. And now we quite muted, and then the shaker door detail. So I'm a little bit confused. I do like the color of the stove. It's quite an interesting color. I enjoy that it's a different color. Adding a different color, it just pops to this kitchen. I also enjoy the extractor. It's quite an interesting extractor because extractors can be quite ugly and just functional. Again, the lighting. Yeah, it's a miss for me. It's definitely better than all the other lights that I've seen so far. The chairs. Ooh. They look like dwarves against this very huge marble island. The proportions for me here are very off. Like the island, like I said, is just gigantic. I feel like maybe they should have raised that portion of the island just to break away from this monolithic block. Okay, the dining space, very classical. The cladding here on the walls, I think it's slightly different, but they've definitely painted that or sprayed that a different color. It's not that stark white that we've seen throughout. I just don't like the thickness, I think, of the profile. It's quite chunky. I enjoy the ceiling cladding. It actually reminds me of the cladding they have in Cecil and Boyd in Cape Town. I'm enjoying the mirror again. Reflection. Let us reflect while we're eating. Just imagine walking in and just seeing all this delicious food displayed out and being reflected in the ceiling. It also just makes the space feel a lot bigger. The only thing though, I just do not understand if I'm paying so much for this house, the curtain rails. Why am I seeing curtain rails in a marble clad house? Like, I don't understand that. It's 2020. There are so many ways to hide a curtain rail. I mean, I'd understand if maybe they were like a timber thick, ornately carved out whatever that actually added a layer to the story that you're trying to tell, but this is just a metal rail. You go to like Builder's Warehouse, someone puts it in and it's done. That's very upsetting. That is actually I just need to take my glasses off because that is very upsetting. Like, I think I'm done. I can't believe, guys. Oh my word, if I had spent this amount of money and I saw a metal curtain rail, somebody is dying. But yeah, anyways, it is what it is. I love the rug, you guys. I'm really in love with this rug. I actually found out who this rug is by. I'm sure it's very expensive, but I would love to use it in a project. I think it's a stunning rug. Powder blue is just giving me like, oh, I don't know what it's giving me. I can't think of a word right now, but it's giving me something. The table, neither here nor there for it. I love that reflects too. I don't know if is that glass? Again, the cleaning. Oh my God. Sorry, not glass, mirror. Oh my word. I would hate to be Drake's cleaner. Oh, I'm sure he has like 50 cleaners, but wow. Okay, this must be, I keep saying everything's my favorite, but this is my favorite simply because Aubrey. So most of you know by now. Okay, I didn't know this. Let me be real. I didn't know that Aubrey Drake has a collection of Birkins, guys. Birkin bags for his future wife. I mean, so he has bags on bags on bags for his future wife. Okay, I actually researched this because, you know, I had to. This bag in the background. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at everything else. We're not focusing on that. We're gonna look at the bag now. Guys, I Googled last night. Oh my word, I almost fell off my chair. Almost fell off my chair. The Hermes Himalaya Birkin. And this article says that it's the rarest handbag in the world. And the last time it was sold on auction, it auctioned for $382,000. Okay, let's convert that into rand so we can put that into perspective. So I'm just going to go by the fact that the rand was the last time I checked, which was a couple of days ago because I became very depressed. We're sitting at a cool 19 rand to the dollar.
So 19 times 382,000.
Okay, that comes up to over 7 million rand. Okay, Drake's future wife is very, very lucky. Let me tell you, she or he, why couldn't it be a he? She or he is very, 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 very lucky. Oh my gosh, 7 million. Okay. Okay, I'm going to finish this off with the bar. I think it's the bar. This is definitely my least favorite room. The ceiling, I don't understand. It's like a fresco of sorts. Is it LED lit up? I'm not sure, but I guess that is cool because there's an illusion. It's like, is it painted? Is it LED? Who knows? Possibly LED, but it's okay. It's interesting because it's making me talk about it and making me want to investigate whether or not it's a painting and they've just added depth and layers. So that's what I'll give the ceiling, but I do not like it. These lights, guys. Okay, I don't know. No, I don't like this light at all. And someone said on Twitter, I actually saw that was Drake being so ahead of the game by referencing the one we do not speak of, the Rona. I mean, it kind of does look, but I mean, that person was reaching. This one is tough for me. Okay, let's start off with the things that we like. You guys are gonna have to help me out with this one. What are your thoughts on this bar? Yeah, I don't know, Drake. Where are we going here? Where are we going? I mean, clearly he's definitely hosting a bunch of people because there's a lot of seating here and I could see it being a bit of a turn up. I just wish it wasn't yellow and I wish a lot of things weren't what they are in this room. I think this is definitely my least favorite. Okay, let's move. Okay guys, that's it for me on reviewing Drake's home. It was a lot of fun to review. You know, I did find quite a few gems, like I said, a lot of things that I thought were quite interesting and that I loved. Just the lighting was just not so much a talking point for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed my second video. Please comment and tell me what things you enjoyed about his home, what things you didn't really enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this review, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And also, yeah, just give me any comments or feedback and suggestions of maybe other people's places you'd like me to review. And hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Stay safe, guys. Bye.